pretty wacky, like, match already.
Content!
Like, this is content,
It's
bro.
content. It's Lauren and it's Neighbor. Oh
like,
my gosh. I haven't seen Ryan. First of all, I haven't seen Ryan enter bracket in forever, just period.
Really?
I also have not seen him play on stream in forever, period.
Oh my gosh, Wolf.
Oh,
you were wanting Donkey Kong.
You know, I really did want his Donkey Kong because there are a lot of things that I have to say about his Donkey Kong. But I have a lot of things I can say about his Wolf too, which is that it fits him very well in that, Ryan, you might be able to guess this if you know his commentary at all, which is that he's got solid fundies, and he likes to stick with the tried and true.
Hey, I respect that as a fundies player myself. And Lauren, like, such an aggressive villager style. Like, the first thing she did was just run in with that slingshot and just pop, pop, pop. Like, it's so aggressive, and I feel like she's not probably going to stop once she starts.
I'm going to cause problems on purpose. That's the idea. And so that's going to be very annoying for Ryan because he is a big advocate of shoot the gun, and who do you think you are? I am!
Dude, that laser did, like, the perfect amount of damage for the just buried bowling ball. That's crazy. So much damage.
I'm so glad that the first kill is with the bowling ball, too, because if there's one thing I love, it's dropping a little Pete Weber on the mic.
It's a ew, don't say that ever again.
Not my fault you don't find that man to be the paragon of beauty.
Oh my god. Lauren is already getting such crazy damage already. Like, we almost got a lap here.
He just nared the bowling ball. And hey, to his credit, it worked out, but I would not have the balls.
No, dude, not the bowling balls, bro. Not a single one. And Lauren just keeping up the damage and the aggression. And that
yup!
What a dude! I thought that would have traded. The Nair traded, but the side B did it.
No,
what?
because the side B is negatively disjointed, so
the
hurt box of Wolf travels faster than the hitbox on that move, which is something that Ryan will tell you all the time. But now, having a whole lot of trouble opening up Lauren for this last stock, and honestly, I think that the big problem for him here is that he's trying to match that aggression with aggression, whereas with Wolf, you don't have to shoot the blaster to stay back and play patient, but that's the way you really want to play against Villager in this matchup.
It's deceptive. You know, they can take that projectile, but you also have a reflector. You can reflect back the pocketed projectile at that point. Ooh, good dash attack.
Yeah, catching the landing right there. And that's one thing is that when the Villager does go into the corner, that's your time to put the foot on the gas and, you know, really start throwing out your moves. And in that case, the dash attack catching that landing perfectly. And now Neighbor, I mean, you know, he's got a big comeback to make, but this is a matchup where that's plausible because you get a lot of early damage against Villager too.
Oh! Oh my god, he wanted cheeky. Dude, he wanted to reflect it. I saw it, and then she's like, "Oh, you do."
But then you drop the reflector, you overthink, and you're like, "No way, a second reflector is gonna work, right?" Boom.
He probably just wanted to get out of there. I would.
Timber.
Wow, dude, the aggressive Villager play from Cheeky, bro.
Yeah.
Like, once the match started, she just knew what she wanted to get and went for it. Smashville as a counter pick from Neighbor. We have a pretty interesting stage list today. Don't we have Lilat back on the list?
We do have Lilat back, and that is because we're getting people ready for Low Tide City. Of course, this is the rule set that's going to be run there, and we're, you know, trying to be in more accordance with everything.
I'm an avid Lilat connoisseur, so
thank you. Shake.
Yeah,
Shake. Thank you.
Yes.
A
small
man of
stages.
culture.
Yes, truly.
And here's another small stage in Smashville where Neighbor, now he's not going to have as difficult of a time getting close to the Villager, although obviously if he's on one side of the platform and Cheeky on the other, you're going to have a tough time closing that distance with Villager. And particularly because I feel like Lauren was doing such a good job of playing the air-to-air game. You saw that Neighbor was doing a whole lot of aerial approaches, and Wolf's aerials are really good. Can you blame him? But problem is that Villager's air-to-air is so good. You really want to try to play a grounded Wolf in this matchup.
Yes, definitely. And we also noticed that Lauren's punish game is extremely competent. Like, anytime that she got the opening, oh my gosh, it almost ended in a stock.
And that's been the big difference is that, you know, neutral overall has been somewhat even between these two, but, I mean, you see that Neighbor gets just 1 or 2 hits per opening, and that's really about it. It's like maxing out at 20%, and that's one of the big things you got to have as Wolf is that you're not going to get the biggest confirms, but your advantage state can extend to 50-60%.
Yes, definitely. And at 152 now, max rage on Cheeky, but we could probably see a kill throw or back air. Tried it, but the air-to-air, like you said, dude, like, it's just so hard to get on that Villager.
Ooh, drifting in with an air, and just like you called, the back throw will be able to do it right there. Baiting it out with that Lloyd Rocket, too, saying, all right, well, you know, if you approach me with that aerial, it's going to have that extra, you know, active frames. Back throw should be able to do it. Yes.
Oh yes. Oh man, barely.
Those are pretty light.
That was. I didn't think I was gonna kill. Crazy. Well, pretty even now, like you said. Like the neutral, it's been pretty even, and now Neighbor's getting those punishes like he wants.
And that's the time right there. Like that forward air, you can drift in. You can probably throw out an up air right there and keep that pressure on. The longer you can juggle Villager, the better, because you have air drift as Wolf. Maybe not necessarily the ground speed, but when the Villager's above you, you can track them pretty well. So, you know, getting the most out of your juggles can be pretty important.
Definitely. I also feel like approaching Nair against the slingshot might be pretty good as well, because, you know, that airspeed just gets you in as soon as possible.
Personally, that's what I like to do against the slingshot. If I am playing against a Villager as a Wolf, my first thought is, where do they like to throw out this slingshot, and when can I kind of just jump up, toss out the reflector, and put the pressure on them there, right? Take away that tool. That tool's never been taken away. Who do you think you are? I am!
Dude, the shovel, like, just burying the dog, bro. Like, it feels like most stocks have been the shovel into some sort of smash attack confirm. Oh, she tried it again.
And again, I think that's because we've seen a little bit of just unsafe aerial landings where if Neighbor's a little safer, he'd be able to make that up, and that's an early stock for Lauren to close it out with a 2-0.
Bro, that was like a period to the end of that second, like, game. It was crazy how fast that stock just... And I always
caught the recovery on the same tempo, you know?
It's been about the same every time. But that was one hard way to call it out. Like,
yeah.
I felt that in my gut whenever she did it.
And that you got the amount of turnips necessary to get that spike, and Neighbor, you know, pressed the R button, hoping for a tech, which was...
That happens a lot, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. Like, you think, like, oh, maybe I'll get sent to, like, the edge of the stage and I'll be able to tech, but do you think if he didn't air dodge, he would have been able to make it back?
Oh, for sure. And, you know, he would have had the distance to make it back. It would have been up to Lauren to, you know, throw out another down air, back air, something to...
Bowling ball,
continue.
Whatever, really.
Probably didn't have time for the bowling ball, I would think, but, you know, in that kind of situation, yeah, you have tools at your disposal where you can pick that up, and... You know, it's an unfortunate way to see it go, but Lauren being the opportunist, getting that win in, I mean, again, like you said, aggressive Villager, pretty spectacular.
So aggressive, and I like it. It's characteristic, and it's different. Like,
it's a very clear play style. It's a differentiator where you can watch that and you can go, yeah, that's Lauren.
Plus, I like seeing my friends get on, and like I like commentating my friends' sets. It's nice. It's quaint. Like,
me too.
I love it.
I love commentating my friends' sets.
Period. I love commentating.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
I also love commentating. Yeah. I'm open for commentary coaching, by the way. That's how much I love it. That I've